Hey, good morning, Parkside. Welcome to this week's encouragement video. Thanks for tuning in. Over the last several weeks, I've been digging into some research on why people have been leaving the church over the last couple of decades. And I know it doesn't seem like the most encouraging topic to bring up for an encouragement video, but there's two things I found in my research that I think are really encouraging. And I hope they lift you up and encourage you today. Here's the first one. The vast majority of people who have left the church over the last 25 years or so, not Parkside Bethesda per se, but just the evangelical church on the whole, have left because they said they feel like they don't belong. They don't have a relational connection to people at the church. They feel distant and not connected. And the reason this encourages me, Parkside, is because I see us as a church actively welcoming new people with warmth. When the book of Romans says, welcome one another as Christ has welcomed you, Romans 15:7, I see you as a body embodying that, living it out. I just heard last week, or yesterday rather, that there was a new couple at church and somebody who's been here for a while invited them over for dinner and they came over on Monday night. These kinds of things are beautiful because we recognize that when God says, welcome one another as Christ has welcomed you, yes, it's a command that we need to live out, but it also speaks to the deep need of the human heart to belong, to have relationships. And I'm encouraged, Parkside, because I see you living that out. And I think that's one of the reasons that we're growing as a church right now, because there is a relational warmth and a culture that reflects how Christ welcomes us. So I'm encouraged to see us living in that way. I want to see us grow in that way, and I want to encourage you to keep it up. Here's the second thing I found in my research that's been encouraging to me. Of those who have left the church, more than half, 51%, say they are somewhat likely or very likely to return to the church if they just had someone who would invite them and sit with them. Now think about that. These people, according to the research, once went to church, they no longer do. They still have very orthodox beliefs. Jesus is God, born of a virgin, these kinds of things. The core beliefs are still there. And they say, I'm actually open to coming back to church if there was somebody who would just invite me, if there was somebody who would say, yeah, I'll sit with you. I'll be there with you. I'll help you navigate because it's going to feel weird stepping into a strange building with people that you don't know. Parks, I wonder if that doesn't make you think of people in your life, friends that you have who've walked away from the church and you've been wondering how to reach them. And it's as simple as saying, hey, why don't you come over for dinner? Let's share a dinner table and then later share a church pew a couple of weeks from now. And you'll be there with them and we together can reach this community with the gospel. We talk a lot about reaching those who don't know Christ, but there's many who do know Christ who've simply gotten disconnected from a church, and we want to see them grow as well. So this research has encouraged me. I'm excited for how God is working in our church, and I hope that you'll be considering somebody that you could reach out to and share your dinner table and then share a church pew with as well. Park said, I love you. Hope you have a great week. See you Sunday.